Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. This is a Facebook Live that I'm going to teach you some cool stuff about reviewing your price list. So we're actually going to go through 10 reasons on why you need to review your price list and when is the right time, and then 10 reasons on how to review your price list and what to consider. This is not sponsored by Fundy. I'm just wearing the t-shirt because I think it's comfy and it's awesome. So, why should you review your price list? That's a really good question. And how often should you do it? So, one of the things is that you need to consider when it comes to why do I even need to review my price list in the first place, is that costs have increased. Costs have increased. Cost of products, cost of shipping, cost of software, cost of you doing business. You've moved into a studio space. You're going into full-time photography. You're going into part-time photography. You're doing this hustle on the side. Sometimes when it's like something has changed and something needs to move. So the first thing I want to actually write, it's not costing has increased, change. Something has changed in your photography business and it's time to review it. The other reason is that you're getting booked too quickly. Or the alternately, you're getting booked too slow. Like, why is everyone booking in? Am I too cheap? Why is everyone not booking in? Am I too expensive? And you're kind of going, this supply and demand issue is kind of all over the place and I need to fix it as well. The other reasons when you need to review your prices is you may not be attracting the right clients. So find right clients. You might find your couple of last clients, they just didn't fit the bill. They just didn't gel with you. They didn't understand your vision of art and fine art photography. They didn't understand like the quality and effort and timing and process that you're putting into. Is that the value that you're giving is either too little and not attracting the right clients, or it's too high and it's not attracting the right clients or enough clients. If you're here, just say hello because it's always good to see who's in the room, because then I can talk about you specifically and be kind of like, hey, let's have a chat about this. So the other part, number 4, you're offering new products or services. You find that you've gone to the industry night in Brisbane and Sydney and Adelaide and Melbourne, and you've met with Atkins and B-Pro and Saldex and Global Images and Bespoke Packaging, and you realize that you've got this newer range of products that you can play with. You've gone onto PBBN, you've realized that Capoli albums have this beautiful forbidden album for boudoir photographers, and you're like, I need to put that into my price list. Or you're servicing a new genre and it's time to make a change. This is where it's kind of like, this is when you need to review your price list, because now you have a product that you need to kind of like, okay, I might change this. The other part is that, you might change it because you're burnt out. You're either burnt out or you're not earning enough. More money. You've realized that it's kind of like, I'm working really, really hard here and I'm busting my guts and I'm just not making enough money. I need to change my prices. Or you might be like, I've got to the stage where it's like, I've grown too much and I've got too many clients, but I'm too cheap. I'm busting my ass and I've got all the clients, but I'm just not earning enough money per client. And it's kind of like, maybe I'm too cheap and you need to review that. Number 6, you're upskilling. You've upskilled your photography. You went to Chris Anderson's workshop on lighting and now your whole lighting has changed. You've done a lighting, you've been doing, you went on Creative Live, you went on to do Kelly Brown's posing with newborns, and your posing newborns have gone from being standard to being exceptional because now you know what you're doing. I must admit, just a random story. When I first started photographing newborns, it was one of those things where, do you know when you think you know what you're doing, and then it's not until you realize you've got no idea what you're doing? Well, I photographed my first maybe 5 or 10 newborns, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I got taught how to do it, and then I was like, oh shit. I was like, I've learned a lot. So maybe you've upskilled. Maybe you need to review your prices because you've upskilled. You're creating a new package. You're creating a new genre. You're creating a new shooting style. And you've switched things around. So not only have you upskilled, you've changed your, what word am I looking for? You've had to shift the business model. I'm going to change this to, you've changed your business model. And you also changed your services. So there's a photographer on the Gold Coast who's been photographing families, newborns and families, and now she's photographing boudoir because, let's be honest, everyone's photographing boudoir. It's like the flavor of the month at the moment. And you've made a change. Or you're changing business model. You've gone from online galleries to in-person sales to same-day IPS. You've made a shift, and therefore your business model needs to shift. Like, there's a service that needs to shift. You're either quicker, faster, better, and it needs to shift. There's a reason why you're changing. And I just realized all these people are here waving and watching, which is awesome. So, and it's like, you need to make a change. Number 8, what was number 8? You're not meeting your income goals. You're not hitting your financial targets. So, in other words, it's all about money. It's money. It's like, I'm not actually earning enough. Like, I was talking to a photographer yesterday, Rachel Bohr in America, who runs Market Noodle, which is a marketing agency for the photography industry. And she was talking about, working with clients when she did IPS Mastermind. And it's like, buying a camera lens eats up all their profit for the entire year. Having to buy a new computer, there's all your profit gone. Getting wall displays, it's all your profit gone. You're realizing that you're actually just physically not making enough money to make this financially viable as a business. You're pretty much running a very expensive hobby with a lot of time, and you're not earning anything, and it's time to step up, and it's time to go, do you know what? I actually need to earn something. I can't be bottom feeding forever. I can't be dealing with these average clients. I can't only be shooting one shoot a month for $4,000 because that's what some course told me to do. I actually need more shoots, and I might need to decrease my prices to get more clients through the door because I've got so much time up my sleeve. Or it's one of those things like, I work part-time, I work full-time, I'm a nurse, I'm a something else, I'm a full-time mum. And I've only got 5 hours a day. 5 hours a week or 15 hours a week. And I need to, if I'm going to do this, I need a price list that actually works for me. And we're going to go through the 10 ways on how to do that in just a second too. The other things that you've switched, I kind of combined them here, which I've kind of messed up. You're seeing a market shift. When I say you're seeing a market shift is one of those, you're seeing something different in people's buying behaviors. So something that changed quite evident around 2020, probably 21, 22, 23, I did a whole class on the phase 1, 2, and 3 price list. And you might say that there's a market shift. There was a stage in probably 2015, 2018, where things went away from finished wall art products and more into digital, especially when COVID happened, because it was cheaper to do digital files. Now the market shift is coming back to finished products. And it's really interesting, again, talking to Rachel Bohr from IPS Mastermind. She had a Facebook group of 50,000 people, and we were talking about where are all the photographers? Book in your industry night, people. It's like, where is everybody? And it's one of those things like COVID really brought all these people into the photography industry, but it's 2024 to 2025, 2026. Where are they all now? Because they've realized that the market has changed. They got burnt out because they're selling too cheaply. They're not servicing their client properly, and you realize that you can't run a business on $300 photo shoots. So it's really important that you understand the market shifts. The other reason too is just to refresh. You should be refreshing your price list or viewing your price list at least once every 6 months. And it might not be a big deal with a big change once every 6 months. Once every 6 months, oh, my price list is ripped in my move. You're going to sit down, here we go. You're going to sit down with your price list. Where's the little booklet? Melissa Allegrich, I'm going to use you here. You're going to sit down with your price list, and this is about what we're going to do next, right? You're going to review it, and you're going to sit down with your price list, and you're going to ask yourself all these 10 questions about your price list, and you're going to go, okay, no, I'm pretty happy with it all. And you might just, that might be your price list review, and it's all done. Or you might actually spend some time to go through it properly. If this is helping you, Isabel, yes, thank you. You did give me this idea of reviewing your price list. I was like, what am I going to talk about? I'm like, oh, I've got to review Isabel's price list. I'm going to talk about reviewing price lists. So good morning to everyone. In the chat box, in the comments, when was the last time you reviewed your price list? Write in the comments. 1 month, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years. To be honest, just before I get into the 10, at Enhanced Studios, when I had my studio, I changed my price list maybe 2 or 3 times. Like, I probably had 2 major changes in 10 years, but I tweaked it quite often, so smallly that no one would notice though, all right? So, what do we need to do? How? So this is let's go to this. This is the why. And then this one is the how. How do I update my price list? So the how starts with this, and this is the most important one, right? Know your numbers. I can't stress this enough. Don't go willy-nilly just changing shit around on your price list for no freaking reason. You need to know your numbers and know them intimately well, right? You need to break down what your clients are, wait, what am I trying to say? Use your big words, Mark. You need to break down not just your average sale for the studio. You need to break down what is your average sale per genre. What is your average sale per product, per packages? What are your costs of goods? What are your costs of producing that product? What's the difference between this package and that package? And really understand your numbers and make sure that they stack up quite well. Did anyone write when they reviewed their price list? No one did. Or is that just an old... Did no one write it? Comments. When was... Oh yeah, 2 days ago, 2 years, couple of months. Beautiful. 2 weeks. Know your numbers, know your stats, and know what you're doing. Do you need to change your price list? Are you making good profits? Do you need to make the shift in it? Are you noticing that your cost of goods has skyrocketed and therefore you do need to make a change, all right? Make sure it makes sense to change things. The other one is go on your client feedback, right? Now, I'm not talking about client feedback going, Mark, it's so expensive. Why can't you just be cheaper? Be so much cheaper. I would buy more if you were just cheaper. I would give you more exposure if you were just cheaper. You know, it's not about that client feedback. It's more about what are they buying? What are they buying? Because if you find that your clients loved box canvases, put box canvases in a bit of display paste. If you find that your photography just generally gravitates to selling albums, make selling albums one of your key features. If you've got this amazing acrylic on the wall that you personally absolutely love, but you've never sold it in your life, make the adjustment, get rid of it, or get a better picture, or get a better product, or put it in a better position, or whatever you need to do. But listen to the client feedback, and it's not what they're saying, it's what they're buying. It's what they're doing. It's what they're seeing. It's what they're oohing and ahhing over when they walk into your studio space. Okay? The other part is update your offering depending on your niche. Like, to review your genre. Right? So this is where it's kind of like a review. Do you need to, I got fluff on my texter. When it comes to this side of things, it's like, make sure that you've got a price list and a package and a product that speaks the language of the genre that you're photographing. So if you're a studio portrait pet photographer and you only show 20 images, you're going to struggle to sell an album, but you're going to love the portrait boxes are going to be absolutely perfect. If you're a pregnancy newborn person and you're like, right, instead of having this newborn album, instead of putting your 10 images in a box, why don't we put 9 images in a gallery 9 instead, so you can get all those different expressions but see it on the wall in a Kate smash style, right? If you do Kate smashes, very rare you're going to have one large Kate smash image, so you might have a gallery 9 instead. Make sure that you've got the right genre, the right price list to suit the genre as well, and that it reflects that at the same time. Okay? So, what are we up to? Repackage for clarity. So, repackage for clarity. Now, this goes a little bit back to what are the buying, what are the clients saying? Is your price list too confusing? Is your price list the point where it's like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Like, if you give somebody this, they might go, Melissa, oh, that's really clear. I get all of that. But they might not actually get this. So what can we do to help them understand it is that I can find something very quickly, or I can't, and I'm just going to use someone else's because, look, there it is that you're going to accompany it with a product guide. So not only are you giving them a price list, but you're giving them the product guide to go with the price list because you want to repackage it for clarity. You might find that you've written all these big words like fine art album, fine art bespoke album, but they don't know what that means. You might go on have written that you've got a this beautiful frame from Celdex, this canvas painted ornate artisan frame, but it doesn't make sense to your client. So make it make sense for them. Make sure that your packages make sense for them as well. We've lost a lot of people all of a sudden. Did I go from interesting to boring? I'm so sorry. Number 5, how do we do it? We need to find unique products. Find, update products. You might have a price list, right? And this is a part of your review, that you look at your price list and it's like, I've had that collection 3 on my price list for 2 years and I've never sold it once. Why haven't I sold it? There's a few reasons why you haven't sold it. Or collection number 1, which is one of the most popular collections, which is the big one with the 4 squares. Most popular. It's like, I never sell that. My question to you is, where is it displayed in your studio? Are you shooting for it? Are you putting it into Fundy software or Fundy software? Are you putting it into ProSelect and Fundy and showing it as a finished product with their images? Are you actually trying to sell it? Or are you going the simple, easy, cheapskate way of just doing digital files and hopefully that they'll get it sorted type thing? So it's almost like Find the right products, find unique products to suit your brand and style. It's not always about reviewing your price list of just changing the numbers. It's about adding products into it. Where can you learn about that? At the industry nights. We've got all the suppliers coming to all the places around Australia. Come to the industry nights so you can pick up the products, see them. Because I can tell you now, this product here, right? The boxed canvas at the back, canvases have been around for hundreds of years. Look at the castles in Scotland and stuff, and France and things. There's canvas paintings everywhere. What B-Pro did, which was a stroke of genius, they put a frame around it and their sales increased dramatically, and photography sales increased dramatically because they just gave a new life to a product. And it's one of those things that made a massive difference. So it's really important that you look at it from that perspective as well. Okay? So, what's next? Let's go, what number are we up to? Number six. Update your wall art. This is a big price list change because it's not just the price list you change, it's the wall product. Maybe your photography is better. Maybe your services are better. Maybe you're photographing both in studio and on location. Maybe your genre has changed slightly. You need wall products, you need albums, you need finished artwork with your latest stuff if you want to sell more things. So it's not just reviewing your price list going, Mark, I'm just not selling albums anymore. It's because your photography in the album that you've had for the last 10 years has changed significantly. And when people see the album, they're not going to do this. They're not going to pick it up and look at the album and go, oh, gee, Mark, your photography's changed a lot. This album's not very good, is it? Your photography's heaps better now. Like, they're not going to tell you that. They're just going to look at the album and be like, whatever. Like, they're not going to be excited about it. Now, talking about excited about it, while we're here on updated wall art, I can tell you now, the more passion that you show about the products that you have and get excited about it, the more that they are going to buy that particular product. It's proven so many times. So many times. Okay, another way on how to review your price list is look back past 10 to 20 clients. This comes back to a little bit about what did they buy? What did they like? What did they see? What are they getting? What are they talking about? What do you find a trend is? I can tell you now that the trend for primary age kids is wall art, and lots of it. The trend for newborns and family, for newborns in my case at the studio, was gallery 9s and albums and portfolio boxes, because for them it's about getting more. They want more images because there's so many images. When it comes to primary age kids, especially secondary age kids for sure, it was all about wall art, because they know that the wall art that they're going to put on their wall is going to last them for a long time. Especially, we called it last chance shoots. The last chance shoot was your adult kids. That's the last family shoot that they're ever going to have. They're not going to hide them away in some little box. They want to have that on the wall as a generation shoot as well. All right. Number 8 on how to do this. When you're updating your price list, I want to write a presentation. Change the presentation. You might find that the way that you're presenting your price list is old school, or boring, or too complicated, or too itemized, that you need to change your presentation, add a product guide, create a products page on the website, create a client portal, help them to decide their artwork, create videos to show product of what they're going to sell. Kate from Kate & Co, check out her website. It is amazing. Her product videos blow your mind away. Natasha March did a masterclass in PPPN on how to create client product videos. It's amazing. It's literally step by step. Write in the chat, write in the comments, have you got video to showcase what your images are all about? Have you got video to showcase what your images are about? Because it's not about the price. It's not about the money. It's about the proposed value. It's about the proposition. It's about looking at it going, is it worth the money? So that's going to help you grow and get that as well. And I'm missing a number. I've just skipped something, but I don't know what it is that I've actually skipped. Nurture series, coaching. I think the how to, I'm going to add one extra in because I've skipped one somewhere in my list of stuff. Oh, value stack. Value stack. Now, I know that Maggie Robbins has just jumped on, that you're watching now, and it must be really early in the morning there from the UK. We just did an interview that's coming out next week all about selling without selling, and it's super cool. But there's lots of value stacking, and one of the things that we always did, and if you've ever created a price list with me as well, and I've created hundreds of price lists with photographers from all over the world, is that there's lots of psychology in sales in terms of your products and your prices and where they fit in the price list. If you want to sell a particular package or a particular product, you value stack the shit out of that. And one of the key things that you can do, and this depends on the business model and depends on the photographer and depends on the experience, if you value stack with all files. In other words, all of them. You just get all the images from your shoot. Now, you'll need to find a number that you're happy with. It might be 1,500 if you're a new photographer. It might be 2,000 if you just want to hit that 2,000 mark. It might be 4,000, which is going to struggle to book people in, which is a whole nother conversation. But if that's your level of photography, that's where you sit, right? But value stack your files to find a sweet spot of where you want people to hit on a consistent, regular basis. I can very comfortably say that 30 to 40% of our clients at the old studio that I used to have used to spend $3,000 and over every single time. So imagine 1 in 3 clients coming in every single time spending $3,000, $3,000, $3,000, $3,000 all the time. Another one was 1,500, another one might be 2,000, but there's $3,000. At least 1 in 3 clients are going to spend $3,000 and over. So that's cool. Number 10, the last one is advice. Get yourself some good advice. Now there's a few places you can do this. If you're a member of PPPN community, we have PPPN business accountability buddies. Sit down with your accountability buddy. I've partnered you up for a reason. Sit down with them and go, hey, do you want to do a price list review and just make sure I haven't missed anything? Because there's a lot more to it in psychology of numbers and sales and processes and things like that. But just getting someone else to have fresh eyes on your price list and your products, they might flag something straight away that you did not see. And it's like, oh yeah, I should have picked that up and I kind of forgot. So get some advice. Now, all else fails, I'm going to turn this green because this is the one that's going to actually make you money. If all else fails, ask Mark, me. If all else fails, drop me a message. If you want me to review your price list, like I'm doing with Isabel right now, and it's just a, hey, can you check this out? Just DM me. Can you check this out? I'll give you some quick tips and it's all done. If you want me to really review your price list and go through it completely and really like check everything, a review only takes an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, review your entire price list. If you want to rewrite your entire price list, create a new price list, a new product range, you're going to a new genre, you're going to a new studio space, you're going from part-time to full-time, and it's kind of like, I need a complete overhaul. It only takes 2 hours. In 2 hours time, I can write a price list for any photographer in any genre, at any level, at any stage. 2 hours, that's all it takes. And I can tell you now, if you speak to Melissa Aldrich, who I keep using this one because it was just here, she's had the same price list that we created nearly 7 years ago and hasn't had to change it. Why? Because it works. The system works. There's a psychology behind price list. There's a lot to consider there. There's the 10 reasons of when to review and why, and then there's 10 ways on how to review your price list. Take the time, go through the steps, really take knowledge with what you're doing. And if this video has helped, write in the comments below. Thank you, whatever it is. If you have a question, write in the comments below. I'm here to help. If there's anything that I can do, if you would like your price list reviewed, reach out to me and let's make it happen. Don't let it hold you back. There's all the reasons why and there's the how. It's just now a matter up to you of, are you going to be happy with the price list you have, or is it time to review it? Time will tell. Anyway, that's me. Have an awesome day. Enjoy your Wednesday. Winning Wednesday, right in the Winning Wednesday post. Brisbane Industry Nights are coming up in less than 2 weeks, and the workshop is going to blow your mind. Come and do it, people. See you soon. Bye.